Hey fam, MarshaunO back out here. I am your favorite life and relationship strategist, and we are talking about how to prepare for marriage. This is part number 5. Again, part number 5 in this series. If you have not seen the previous 4 videos, then definitely go ahead and click on the playlist after you watch this one so you can catch up on all the information on how to prepare for marriage. And this is number 5 out of a 10-part series because number 1, these are in no particular order. You need to know all of this information. Number 2, I am just putting this information out here because somebody wrote in to me and asked me a question. She basically said that she's 23. She knows that she's young, but she wants to gather the information now so she don't have to worry about it later on or making mistakes and potentially ending up in a divorce because she does not know what to do because she didn't get the information that she needed from her parents, her guardians, her friends, or whatever, or maybe they just couldn't help her, period. So with that being said, this is number 5, and this one is really important. All of them are important, but this one truly is important because you do not want to entertain someone just because they're there. You do not want to entertain and date someone just because there is nobody else around. You do not want to entertain and date somebody just because you're feeling lonely or alone. You do not want to just entertain somebody, that you are truly not interested in. I'm not talking about where you're like on the border, like, okay, let me go ahead and date. Let's see what happens with this. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you truly know that there is no way in hell this relationship is going to work out, but you are still there. Here's one of the reasons why you don't want to do that. Well, I'm gonna give you several of them, but this one in particular, you don't want to do that because you will be blocking your blessing. You will be stopping the very thing that you want to come into your life. There is no way that you're going to attract the right woman or the right guy to come into your life, to be a part of your life, to even think about talking about marriage because you are still dealing with that guy or that girl that you know. There's no way in hell that you are marrying that person. There's no way in hell that you're talking about a real relationship. There's no way in hell that you are actually talking about protecting, providing for this person, or just having being their shoulder that they can lean on. You are only there because they are filling the lonely void, and you're only there because they are there when you want them to be there. You are there because they allow you to do certain things that you know that you don't even really want to do, but you're doing them because they let you get away with doing them. But you know, if that one person comes along and actually give you some rules to say that's not going down, then guess what? You're actually going to follow the rules, but you're actually going to give that other person the respect that they need, the attention that they need, the support that they need, the provisions that they need, the support, everything. You're going to be able to give them everything because you actually want to be there. You would choose them. It would not just be, okay, well, let me fall into this relationship, or let me fall into, because this person has been around, they've been helping me, they've been actually cooking, or they've been actually just taking out the trash, or they've been helping me fix up my house, or this one paints for me, or that one takes care of my car, that one actually takes care of the kids, that one actually, listen, all of those people that you have to maintain basically where you're building a guy or you're building a girl, you're blocking your blessing. You're blocking the real woman that's going to come into your life. You're blocking the real man that's going to come into your life because you're dealing with this person that you know for a fact there is nothing there. All because you don't want to be lonely. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be the person who is consistently showing up at the gatherings alone or without a date. So let me just do this. Or let me just get my needs met. You know what I'm talking about? Sexual needs. Let me get my needs met. No, if you shut all of that down and actually stop, be with yourself for a minute so you can figure out what you've been actually doing wrong, why you keep attracting the same type of people. Ladies and gentlemen, it all begins with you. Do not just deal with somebody or entertain somebody just because there's nobody else in the atmosphere. There's nobody else in your immediate surroundings that you know that you're attracted to, or that you know that you would want to try and date to see where it's going. You're blocking your blessing. You also, the next thing, or number 2, why you don't want to do this is because you're keeping an emotional attachment with this person. And that varies because depending on how much you're actually giving to this person, but you're keeping an emotional and of course sexual. If you're doing sexual, you're keeping an emotional and a sexual ties with this person. The soul ties, as you've heard, or some people say, the soul ties, you're keeping that with them. Number 3, ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Why are you afraid to be alone? Who's actually there? Or I should say not there. What don't you want to hear when everything gets quiet? This is another reason why